Yo, what's up, yo? Thank you for tapping in. Hope you're feeling good. So you're gonna be reacting to the case against Diddy explained Dan Abner's life by News Nation or whatever. Basically, my God, basically I don't know jack shit about Diddy. I just know he's a pedo or whatever, a weirdo, and I just want to know more about it because everybody's talking about it. They've been talking about it. Really, by the time I'm recording this video, like a lot of the crazy things that were happening recently are kind of dying down. You know what I'm saying? Epstein been died down a long time ago. This one's dying down. Drake and Kendrick Lamar, that one's dying down too. What's kind of coming up now is Elon Musk and Trump. So we'll see where that goes. If y'all want me to watch that, let me know. Um, I'm definitely interested in that actually. But what today we're gonna just kind of I just want to educate myself on this and just kind of know it before the whole trend fully dies off. I mean, who knows if something will come up in the future again, but for now at least, let's just tap in and make sure that I know what happens before people stop talking about it.
A staggering years-long fall from grace for the man once known
Uh,
as hip-hop's wealthiest mogul. His
hmm.
business
Thought
empire
that was Jay
estimated
Z.
at $1 billion by Forbes just 2 years ago. Now held without bond in a Brooklyn jail cell at the center of
What?
lawsuits, raids on his home, and now a scathing federal indictment. So, how
Wow.
did one of the world's richest and most well known rappers, known for a lifestyle of excess with
Hmm.
yachts, private jets, sports cars, fur coats, and women, end up trading in his $50 million Miami mansion for a prison jumpsuit and a bunk with crypto fraudster Sam Bankman Fried?
What?
It was one of those women coming forward with explosive allegations who brought it all crashing down.
She looks very cute and she has a very good voice. From what I know about her story, it's very sad because I feel like she could have been so great. I mean, I don't know if she is very famous, but I don't really know her. But if she isn't, I feel like she could have been really great. I feel like Diddy really probably messed her up. But let's just find out more.
16th, 2023, R&B singer Cassie Ventura filing a bombshell lawsuit. With accusations so salacious, it was emblazoned with a trigger warning on the first page.
Documents contains highly graphic information of sexual nature, including sexual. Oh my god.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, accused of rape, sex trafficking by his ex-girlfriend.
Describing the music mogul as a vicious, cruel, and controlling man.
The singer Cassie says the incidents occurred throughout her 10-year relationship with Combs.
Cassie saying she was subject to savage beatings set off by Diddy's uncontrollable rage. The lawsuit
Whoa.
claiming he plied her with drugs and forced her to have days-long sex sessions with male sex workers, a practice the suit says Diddy dubbed freak-offs, language now echoed by the federal indictment against him. Combs vehemently
Whoa.
denying the accusations, then settling the suit the very next day.
In a New York lawsuit filed by R&B singer Cassie, word of a settlement overnight.
More than 24 hours ago, damning allegations of rape and abuse. Tonight, a settlement.
But just a week later, two more alleged victims filed suit as the deadline loomed for New York's Adult Survivors Act, extending the statute of limitations for sex abuse survivors. November 23rd, Joy Dickerson Neal claiming Combs drugged and raped her when she was a student at Syracuse University. The next day, Jane Doe, later named as Liza Gardner.
He's like another Bill Cosby because I think Bill Cosby was the OG guy that drugged people and did rich stuff. But now it's Diddy.
Claiming Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall plied her with drinks and forced her to have sex when she was just 16 years old.
Is he caught too?
Combs and his lawyers labeling the suits as nothing more than a money grab, saying the women were simply out for a payday. Nonetheless, cracks begin showing in Combs' entertainment, liquor, and fashion empire. Days after the third suit drops, Diddy steps down as chair of his cable network, a direct result of the allegations. Dozens of companies begin distancing themselves from the mogul. The dominoes keep falling. Another lawsuit, another Jane Doe, alleging when she was 17, Combs and two others gave her drugs and alcohol. Then, took turns raping her. The day
Okay, this is all gross, you know what I mean? But one thing I do want to touch on is that from what I think I know, basically, not that I do know, but from what I think I know, this is not really an uncommon practice amongst rappers. Like, to be honest, some of your famous rappers might have done this too. They just been caught. Uh, it's not even impossible that some girls die during these times or whatever. Like, seriously, it is not greatly uncommon to hear about this within rappers and that type of lifestyle. Um, like, yeah, it's just really weird, especially young girls. Like it's you have to understand. Like, yeah, these young girls get drugged, but like, what are they doing there in the first place? I don't think Diddy went and just took her from her home or whatever, or that even if she was at a club, for example. I mean, I guess, look, okay, teenagers are gonna go to clubs, and I'm not gonna blame the women for this, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, first of all, don't be around these types of men. Don't be around these types of people. And these people do this stuff. They do it. It's gross. They should get caught. Most of the time, they probably don't, but it happens. And just don't put yourself in that type of situation.
the
And
suit is
and like, I feel like it's not even a thing. Half the time, it's not even a thing about age. They don't care how old the girl is. I think it's just typically that younger girls are easier to get, and they really are indifferent of the age of the girl. You know what I mean? And that's just what it adds an even extra disgusting layer to it.
is filed, Combs posting a statement on Instagram broadly denying all of the mounting allegations, saying he, quote, did not do any of the awful things being alleged, and vowing to fight to clear his name. A month
Hmm.
later, a male accuser, music producer
What?
Rodney Jones, comes forward claiming Combs groped and sexually harassed him and alleging
What?
Combs forced Jones to have sex with prostitutes. Diddy's attorneys calling the accusations, quote, replete with blatant falsehoods. But it
Hmm.
was on March 25th when an incredible scene played out simultaneously coast to coast at Combs' LA and Miami homes.
Breaking news, federal agents swarmed the homes of one of the biggest names in rap and entertainment.
Breaking news, music mogul Diddy's mansions raided by Homeland Security.
I never in a million years expected to see that mansion with that level of raid activity.
Homeland Security
Damn.
agents in tactical gear and armored vehicles raid
Whoa.
Diddy's mansions in what officials describe as a sex trafficking investigation. Two of his
Whoa.
sons, who were home at the time, were also briefly detained. Combs' attorney later complaining the agents used a, quote, gross overuse of force. The indictment would reveal agents seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 AR 15s with defaced serial numbers, as well as a drum magazine. All the while, Combs maintaining he's innocent. Yet there is no end in sight with lawsuits and legal setbacks that keep coming and beginning to encompass not just Diddy, but members of his family and others in his orbit. Diddy and his son accused of sexual assault and a cover up involving a female worker on Diddy's yacht, eliciting another denial issued by Combs' team. Later that month, lawyers pushed to dismiss major parts of Joy Dickerson Neal's suit and the earlier suit from Jane Doe, who said she was 17 when Combs and 2 men raped her. His team again slamming the allegations as offensive, hideous, and false. But the pressure is mounting on the music mogul, who long prided himself on projecting status,
Look at him.
prestige, and power.
He knows how to manipulate a narrative.
Now losing control of the plot. And on May 17th,
new surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs.
CNN airing the now infamous surveillance video of Diddy in a towel.
Oh my God! Did you see that? He God, he grabbed her like she was an animal or something. Jesus.
Some of the allegations of abuse against music
Jesus.
mogul.
He grabbed her like you know how you grab your dog's neck like in the back when it is being rude and you just like you drag it and you drag it home, right? Sometimes you can do that and look aggressive and you feel bad after, right? He probably didn't feel bad, but that's exactly how he treated her. Like, what the fuck? grabbed her by the neck. Like, what the fuck? That's a person. Ew.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Boom. What the
CNN
fuck?
airing the now infamous surveillance video of Diddy in a towel attacking, beating, and dragging Cassie Ventura through
Jesus
a LA hotel
Christ.
hallway after an alleged freak off.
An alleged freak off.
The 2016 incident was detailed in Ventura's lawsuit, which accused
Hmm.
Combs of paying off hotel
Jeez.
security to cover it up. That
Hmm.
video now central in the federal case against him. Days later, Combs issuing his first and only public apology.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility.
Bro, celebrity apologies never work. Few of them work. So you might get like 1 or 2 out of 10 that I already hate, but most of them are misses. But I think this one was definitely a miss. I don't even know, but this just I didn't never probably never seen this, but this is just a whole miss energy vibe.
For my actions in that video. I'm
He
disgusted.
doesn't even look sorry. He doesn't look
I was
sorry at
disgusted
all.
then when I did it. I'm
You,
disgusted
you know
now.
you're not. No, you're not, bro. No, you're not.
I went and I
Because,
sought out professional help. I had to go
right,
to therapy.
he's just he literally we're seeing a line, and I know he would not say this because like he's from the hood, but he would not say it's disgusting what he did. Come on,
I'm going to rehab. Had to ask
doesn't
God for His
matter.
mercy and grace.
You don't even care,
I'm so sorry.
But the
nigga. You
train
not
is now
sorry.
fully off the tracks. Honors rescinded, business relationships crumbling, and federal
Oh,
charges only a matter of time. Ventura releasing a
Jesus.
statement, reading in part, quote, "Thank you for all of the love and support from my family, friends, strangers, and those I have yet to meet. The outpouring of love has created a place for my younger self to settle and feel safe now, but this is only the beginning." Indeed, much more was yet to come. More lawsuits, including from girl group Danity Kane member Dawn Richard, alleging psychological and physical abuse, and still more denials from Combs' team. In early September, even as he continues to fight his accusers in civil court, asking a judge to throw out the sex assault suit by producer Rodney Jones, Diddy travels to Manhattan in anticipation of a federal indictment. The weekend before his arrest, News Nation obtaining an exclusive picture of Diddy with his attorney and son in Central Park. The next day, Diddy is out again, smiling and posing for fans while out with his family. The cheery air ends abruptly with Combs' arrest the following night inside his Manhattan hotel. Surveillance footage shows the moment he's approached by Homeland Security agents at the Park Hyatt Hotel. Agents placing the one-time billionaire in handcuffs and leading him out the front door. His legal team furious.
He came here to turn himself in. Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent.
He looks like a sleazy lawyer. He just will.
Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going
Look
to
at him.
fight this to the end. He's innocent.
They both look
Combs was
sleazy.
denied bail twice in the coming days, the judge deeming him a danger to the community and a danger to obstruct justice and intimidate witnesses, and ordering him held until trial.
Now, obviously, his
Oh,
attorneys are working really hard to get him out of here. They say if he can't be out on bail, they want to at least get him moved to a different facility because the MDC is so notoriously known for violent episodes, for short staff issues, and there's a lot of bad things that have gone on here, and they want to get him away from here. But two federal judges have said this is where he's going to stay for now, at least until he goes to trial, and that could be months and months. The explosive first paragraph of the federal indictment lays out the government's case in dramatic detail, alleging that, quote, for decades, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct by relying on a criminal enterprise he created which engaged in sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction.
forced labor. That is a crazy thing for you of all people to do, Mister Man.
Obstruction of
Oh,
justice.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant.
He
wow.
faces charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud.
You know what's crazy? Like maybe I'm crazy, right? And you think maybe this is a weird conspiracy theory that I'm just coming up with. And I don't want to be an asshole because like I don't know not much about Kai Cenat, but I feel like bro, give it 10, 20, maximum 30 years, bro. Maximum, bro. And I really, I don't know. I can't predict the future. I can't predict the future. But I really have a gut feeling that Kai Cenat will end up in a similar situation as P. Diddy. Like it's either this or a complete 180 in the other way. Like he's an angel, or very likely I think he's gonna end up being a weirdo for many years underground, and we're not gonna know, but one day it's gonna come out. And I think like he's gonna be able to do it, because his fame and money, and especially influence within black culture, like black entertainment culture is so grand, and it's especially for our culture, it's not gonna be going away anytime soon. So even if his streams aren't popping as much or whatever ain't popping as much, he's still just gonna be known in the industry. So I don't think it's impossible that he could end up in a similar situation as Diddy in the future. So watch out for that. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just a hater. But it's not impossible.
Or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. And even as Combs sits in a jail cell, yet another
Hmm.
lawsuit. This time from a woman named Thalia Graves, who says Diddy, along with his head of security, raped her and recorded it in 2001 when she was just 25.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep. It's a pain that reaches into your very core of who you are.
I hate these written speeches. Just let them say truly how they feel. They probably burst in tears. They couldn't even say the words, like, and that would be the true feeling of how they feel. It's not words. It's just being broken. And this woman, honestly, I don't want to discourage her truth. She genuinely could be lying because, like, there's kind of something to gain now. But it's already out. She wouldn't be the first because she doesn't really fit the bill of the other victims. But it's not possible. So if it was true, I'm really sorry for her. But if it ain't, and you're just being a little, I don't think that's the case.
And leaving emotional scars that may never fully heal.
Combs and his representatives have not responded to Graves' suit. He remains in lockup in Brooklyn.
Hmm.
And it is no secret the
Probably
feds
for
are
the best
focused
for
on the
now.
alleged co conspirators referenced in the indictment who allegedly kept his criminal
Yeah.
enterprise going.
Thanks for
Yeah,
watching.
because
Go to
because
join.
because it wasn't only him. Look, of course, it can't even only be him. Like, there has to be other people. I mean, one man can't do all that. And there were a couple of names mentioned there. Like, what happened to those guys? This was released 6 months ago, so he's been in prison for 6 months. Is he still there? That's good. Anyway, thank you for tapping in. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.